Hello everyone, welcome to another video from Let's Excel at Finance. Today we're talking on a video that's in a series called How to Wow Your Boss, and we're going to be talking today about how to do some shortcut keys and some quick ways of manipulating data and saving time within your day-to-day work. We're going to look at some tables and shortcut keys for some tables. We're going to look at a data form on how to manipulate the data and do some data entry. And then also going to look at how to build some charts in a really quick and easy way to wow your boss. Let's get into it. So tables. Here we've got an example of some data within these ranges. We've got a formula that's pulling out the subtotals of these values here. So we've got a sum ifs formula. If you're not familiar with sum ifs, we've got a future video that's going to be done on the sum ifs formulas and those other ifs formulas that were within the Office 365 tool set. In this format, what we're going to do is we're going to format this data range as a table. The main reason for that is that we want to bring into the data range some control around the formatting, and I'm going to show you a little bit on how that can do for automatically updating charts and data. So we've got data here from January through to September. The way to convert this range into a table is to either go to the Home tab and format as a table, which you may have done before, or you can use the shortcut key, which we're going to do today, using Control and T. So highlight a cell within the range or the entire range, Control and T on your keyboard brings up the Create Table window, and from here you can click OK. Now it will bring you to the default setup that you have for the table design. You can change this by hovering over any of these and selecting one. Pro tip here, if you want to, you can right click and you can set as default if that's your preferred color and format. I'm going to leave mine as the default for now. Now that it's converted to table, you'll see that when we retype this formula, so sum ifs, we want to select the range, and then we want to select the month that we want to refer to for the sum, and then the month that we want to refer to here. Notice when we look at the formula here, it is bringing in the table name, which is table 3. If I come back here, table 3, let's just change this. So we'll change this to called leaf 1. Now we have leaf 1. What this is doing is it's saying for all records in the total column, sum all records in the month column based upon what's in this cell T14, and we could copy this across. The nice thing about tables is that you don't have to then manipulate them once you've created data in that format and you add data to that column, and I'll show you an example of that here in a second. Let's go to the form data to have a look at what that means. So the shortcut key here is Alt-D-O. And this brings up your record of what is within the table. So here we've got our records in order. We can scroll through the different records and we can go to the records and we can make manipulation changes. The nice thing about here is it structures it. If you've got a really big table and you've got lots of columns, you can structure this and you can make changes. So here we've got the 75 here. We can make this to be 66 and it will update it in the data table for us in a nice easy way, a nice easy fashion. And it can navigate through here as well. You can also do some other things with some criteria, and you can do some previous and next as you navigate through the different form. So now to our third thing, Alt F1. So this is creating a table. So in here we're going to use our data set that we've got here to create a table. Nice, quick and easy way to do this. Instead of going to the insert and then choosing your table or your chart or going through here and selecting which one, what we're going to do here is just click on any of these data points and do Alt F1. Alt F1 selects the range. Excel is clever enough to know what the range of the data cells are, and then it creates a chart. Now this is going to be your default chart, much similar to like the formatting your table. This is the default. How do you change your default? You can go to the all charts in the change chart window. So up on the change chart window, select any of these, and you can right click and set as default. Remember, this also works for any templates. If you've created your own template before, you can use this as well. Then what happens is when you go to create a chart again, so I changed it from the line to the column chart, Alt F1 now brings me a column chart in automatically. The last thing before I leave you, I wanted to just remind you on tables. So we have now the data. This is the wow element. We've now saved some time manipulating the spreadsheet, but now we've got our fourth quarter data. How many of you have created charts, created tables, created data, analyses, and then add a new quarter and you have to change all of the pivot tables, all of the different charts? Well, because we have our data source here set up as a table, we're going to grab this data, we're going to put it up against our data set and watch what happened there. The table expanded, the formatting dropped down, it brought in the new data, and then also it brought in the formulas and it updated our chart automatically. Let me just undo that and show you that again. So we have chart here, no data for Q4. Imagine we have 50 different charts, different analysis from this data set, and all we need to do is bring this in and it all updates automatically, saving you hours of work to update all of your different spreadsheets and the charts accordingly, saving yourself time to go grab a coffee and wow your boss. Thank you everyone for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll see you again on the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.